Today is a big day for Smiths, for Yee Nation, for Granger fans. For me, it's a big day. You just don't know it yet.
When the little things mean everything, that's when you got everything you need. If you're anything like me.
Check out the progress inside here. It's going well. Slow, but well. So we got all of the outside hardy is on and completely done, including underneath here. All finished. And they even did the poles, which kind of surprised me. They wrapped those in hardy. So this is our two reds that we're trying to decide. My vote is this one. This is the Sherwin-Williams barn red. That's what it's called. So a couple things we got to figure out. I'm trying to get with the carpenter. We got to figure out a cover for the loft like this, like an old barn. Right now it looks like a barn door, and I don't want it to look like a barn door. I want it to look like a barn. So it's got one of those flaps, you know. It's like this, and then maybe that board that comes out here that you put a pulley on, and that's how you get your hay up to the loft. Got to be authentic, y'all. Come on, let's check out the inside. The insulation clean and on. It's pretty slick in here. Floor is stained right here and covered, and the staircase is done. So let me show you that. It looks like they also delivered our drywall. So drywall is going to start going on in here in this bedroom. That'll make it start looking cool. So let me show you the stairs. What do y'all think about our railing? We decided to go with like an authentic orange fencing, like just to kind of keep a cool rustic look. Just kidding. It's all good. It's just temporary. Starting to take shape. This is, we're gonna have cubbies over here. And then that's gonna be my flap, right there. And then we'll have you Smith guest, when we invite you over here, this is where you're gonna stay. We're gonna have a bunch of beds up here. And then this will be the look from up top. Yeah. What do you think so far? Getting closer. It might seem like it's going fast for y'all, but it's going slow for me. We're getting there. What in the world? What are you girls doing in here? We're getting down to the roots, huh? Okay, so next project is, this actually could be great. Okay, next project is the feeder. I bought a new feeder for the girls, and this was a recommendation by Luke, who built this. So this is from Rent-A-Coop. I got it on Amazon. And this is pretty awesome. It holds like 25 pounds, I believe, so this forces the chickens to stick their head in here, and I'll show you from here. So they have to eat. They force their head in there, and see how this is the bottom? That way it doesn't spill, because they have to force their head in there and eat out of the bottom. So what I think might be awesome is if it fits right here. These two, oh, look at that. The two screw holes line up with this. Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing. So I could put the screws here and here, and then that way, what makes this cool is when London feeds them, she doesn't have to walk in here and step in chicken poop and then walk back into the house where Mavi crawls. So she could just open this door, pull off the lid, and feed from right here. Nice. Then we'll get rid of this guy. Okay. So, get that just a little bit off the ground there. Put a little brick under there. So, let me try to take this off, put this existing food in, and get it going. Now, the test, see if this theory works. London comes over here, and she gets chicken feed, and she walks it over here, theoretically, opens the door, and she doesn't have to step in there. She just fills it up from there. Nice. And a bonus is, look how empty that still is. I could just fill it and fill it and fill it. Unfortunately, I guess one downside is it takes away from her chores, but I could just make her keep coming back to check it. And I'll think of new chores. That's it. I'll think of new chores for her. For those of you wondering about Lincoln, he has plenty of chores too. This is just specifically London's job, feed the chickens.
Okay guys, so we haven't vlogged and talked with you guys in a while, so we just wanted to talk to you guys about what happened this weekend.
Well, I had my tournament football game, and I have 2 clips to show you guys. One's the last play of the game, and then one's a touchdown that I got. Here they are right here.
Go Lincoln, go Lincoln, go, 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 buddy, go! Woo! Ah! Get him! Yeah! Way to go, Packers! Woo!
Okay, and I won my tournament, so I got the silver ring. And I really like it. It's definitely worth winning.
And then I just had a volleyball game. He had a football tournament, and I just had a volleyball game. And I won, but in rec, it's actually really different than what I did at school, because in rec, you do, if someone on your team makes 5 points, it goes to the other team. And then also, you have 3 games. Whoever wins both games wins the whole thing, but you play another game for practice. And then if it's a tie, one team wins one game and another team wins another game, then you go into a 3rd game, which is normal, but I won my game, and that's basically it. Hang on, I have another slime I'll show you guys. Don't tell Mom and Daddy we're doing this. So, next, I have this slime collection. Ew. This is so weird. This is a bad slime.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Smiths. Penn State Nittany Lions, baby. We got this on tour one time when Granger played in State College, Pennsylvania. We've never used it until today. Caleb is giving me shoulder pads. That video's pretty good. Looking great. So today here at the farm, we're doing a punt, pass, and kick competition between, I think, me, Parker, Caleb, Ben, Brian, Davis. Basically, we're gonna see who can punt, measure the yardage, pass, yardage, kick yardage added together, see who has the most yardage at the end wins. We're gonna win this, baby. Let's go. Let's do this.
has your name on the back. What was this gift? Was this an actual jersey?
This was a gift to Granger, but we happen to have the same last name, so it works for me. I don't know what number is it?
18.
Number 18 is the one they had in the closet they gave us. We got it.
Look like you're getting ready for an all-star game.
I think it's funny too that we're about to get ready to do some physical activity, and in the meantime I have a stem on my lower back because I heard it in the weight room this morning. For the content, guys, is for y'all.
It's like an all-star game for...
God, that hurts
He looks
so
like
bad.
he looked like a character out of The Longest Yard or something, like a
So
prisoner who just like had some donated items.
Oh, yeah, fits great. How does it look? Just like back in the day, just brings back memories, right, guys?
We have like 6 helmets in the gym. Should we go get those for everybody? Here are the helmets. We have Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Florida State, A&M, and Rice. And we have visited all of these football facilities and stadiums over the years, these universities, and made friends with the athletic department and players or coaches, whatever, and collected these helmets over the years. And they've been kind enough to give us these. We've been to a lot more, like Penn State, but we only have helmets for these, so we're gonna use them today. Before every game, they coat this with 24 karat gold, or so I'm told, but I think that's pretty cool.
Measure off 100 yards.
What are you at?
I'm at 30.
Starting from where?
Starting from the trees, in between the 2 trees, so you can't go past the trees. You have to kick, or punt, pass, or kick from there.
You're like veering to the left, by the way. So that's 50 yards to the trees.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. We got Caleb, Notre Dame, me, Penn State Aggies, Ben, Ole Miss Patriots, Davis, Rice House, Parker, Texas Aggies. Have you ever put a helmet on before?
No. Oh, okay. It's warmer than I thought.
There we go.
I was really scared. It was gonna get stuck in my head.
You got it, fits.
It's a little big. Oh my.
Better big than too small.
I'm feeling okay. I need to stretch the legs out. I feel like I'm gonna pull something today, but we're gonna have some fun.
That hurt so bad.
Did you use your toe?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? A lot of stuff going on, trying to keep up with the craziness. I have some really important news to tell you, but before that, I want to tell you about this past weekend. Something that is super rare in 24 years of me touring. Something happened that I have never seen in this way. Okay, here's the deal. I preached a sermon in Austin, Texas, right, on Thursday night. And then we have a show on Friday in Coachella, California. That was the plan. So Chris and I, the rest of the band goes to Coachella on Thursday night. Chris and I are gonna fly Friday. So we go to the Austin airport, we're gonna fly to Palm Springs, California, and this big storm rolls into Austin about the time that we get on the plane. So we get out on the tarmac and they hold us there, and we sat there, we ended up sitting there for an hour and a half. I've seen this happen before, but the problem was we were flying to Salt Lake, where our connection was to then get on another flight to go to Palm Springs, California, and the problem was there was no flights after that on any airline whatsoever that go to Palm Springs. It's just not that popular of an airport. We had a feeling we were gonna miss our connection, so I'm texting my brother Tyler, and I'm like, hey, I think we're gonna miss our connection. It's a show with Blake Shelton in Palm Springs or Coachella. I don't think we're gonna make it. The band's there, they've already sound checked, they've loaded in, everything's good to go. I'm just not there. Now, this happened before one other time a handful of years ago in Colorado Springs, but I was the headliner, I was the last band. So the problem was this time I was the second to last band. I was before Blake Shelton, so there's this hard time. I gotta be there at like 7:30 to start, plus a little bit of change for the best time, meet and greet. Okay, so I was able to make the Colorado Springs show because I was able to just land at like 10 p.m., go straight there. We just started late, but we got the show done. Different story with this one. We're heading up against a brick wall. I have no choices. Tyler's like, I mean, the only thing we can do is see if there's a private jet in Salt Lake that could take you to Palm Springs, which would be crazy that late of a notice. Sure enough, Chris and I land in Salt Lake, and Tyler texts us and said, hey, we found a jet they just landed there from Vegas, and the pilots could turn and burn and go and take you to Palm Springs. So we're like, okay, that's the only choice we have, otherwise the show's not gonna happen. So jump on a private jet. Anyway, I'll take you there to the video and show you what happened now. It's vending machine burgers or sandwiches.
Yeah, I'll make believing that's a burger.
Yeah, pretending like this is my dinner tonight. Vending machine sandwich. It's pretty much all we've had all day. Straight out of the van, right into best time. Here we go.
We watch the Smiths every Tuesday, Thursday with our family. Brooke, Ashton, Easton, we all sit and watch it.
Crazy member.
That's awesome. Yee buddy. So that brings me to today, and luckily we were all able to fly out of Palm Springs. We're in Fresno. That's where I am right now. I'm sitting in a hotel in Fresno, California for a show tonight. Did get a little weird, not gonna lie. This morning I got on a plane to go to Salt Lake again, and I was delayed, and the band was on another flight. I was on Delta, they were on an American flight, so they flew to Phoenix. And they sold out of seats, so Grizz didn't get a seat on the plane, so we had to fly him to San Francisco, and then he had to rent a car and drive here to Fresno. So at one point today, this morning, at one point of time, I was in Salt Lake, the band was in Phoenix, and Grizz, our sound guy, was in San Francisco. Like, you can't make this kind of stuff up. This is our lives. It's the strangest thing going out here and chasing these stages all across the country. It's crazy the fact that we actually get there 99.99999% of the time. In fact, for me personally, it's 100% of the time. I've never missed a show because of travel, ever, in 24 years. Isn't that wild? Okay, that brings me to the last point I want to make. Today is a big day for Smiths, for Yee Nation, for Granger fans. For me, it's a big day. You just don't know it yet, but that's kind of what I'm telling you. So hopefully you're watching this video in real time. This video came out at 6 p.m. Central, and you're like into the video a little bit. And I gotta tell you that here in just a few hours from right now, in just a few hours, depending on where you are in the world, you're gonna get some new music from me. You're gonna get a new album from me. I just haven't promoted it. We're gonna drop it tonight. So if you're a Smith fan, this is a big deal because I'm telling you first, okay? So be looking tonight, like midnight, East Coast time, okay? Just be looking. We'll talk about the rest of that. We'll talk about what this is on the next episode. I'm gonna go play a show in Fresno.
got pictures down the halls. We've got markings on the walls of what a year can do.